What's going on, everyone? TomGorian back again, finally. It feels like forever, hasn't it? Welcome back to Formula 1 2020 My Team Career Mode. This is Season 3. This is the Bahrain Grand Prix, and as you can see, there has been no regulation change, no changes at all, and I've just spoiled pretty much the new look of our Season 3 car. But yeah, Season 3 of F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. We're back for a third season. We didn't win the Constructors, so that's why we are here to win the Constructors and to officially become a winning constructor in the world of Formula 1. Make sure to like the video, turn on notifications, and subscribe for more F1 2020 gameplay videos. This will be the last F1 2020 video on the Xbox One, because now I have the Xbox Series X, and yeah, I got it yesterday, and yeah, from now on I'm going to be using it from now on all the way until F1 2021, and hopefully a 4K TV as well. I don't know if that's going to change anything, but without further ado, there it is. There is the Season 3 car. It is called the XVI Highland Racing Team. Now we are called XVI Highland Racing. We are no longer TomGorian Racing now. It is XVI Highland. Highland is our main sponsor, and we also have a Mercedes engine. Just to let you guys know, this car was heavily inspired by the mid-2000s McLaren, which was pretty much grey, silver and black, and then in 2007 onwards, well actually it was 2006 onwards, they would have a red like tint on it. We went with a blue line with our car livery, and also there is our driver suit. Union Jack, well, it's not really the Union Jack because we messed around with the colours. I think it looks sick. Let me know down in the comments how it is. But anyway, we're the world champions, looking to be Constructors World Champions. Let's start our defence of this championship.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula 1 World Championship. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Thomas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have De Vries, Sainz, Daniel Kvyat and Bottas, Gasly, Norris, Stroll and Max Verstappen, Ocon, Perez and Guan Yu Zhou and Leclerc, Ricciardo, Albon, Kevin Magnussen and Nobuharu Matsushita, Giovinazzi, Hubert, Russell and Nicholas Latifi.
Alright, so we're here for the first race of Season 3. And no, this is not like the 2021 real life season. We genuinely have the quickest car, even though Max Verstappen did get pole position in the real life Bahrain Grand Prix. But yeah, it's pole position for us in today's Bahrain Grand Prix. And the reason why this series pretty much hasn't even gotten started yet until May is just because of my new wheel, because my old Logitech wheel died on me, so that pretty much delayed all proceedings of the new wheel. With this game as well, if you haven't seen, I now do league racing now, SFR. I'm finally getting to understand the setups of this game 8 months late. I know, right? And pretty much minimum tire pressures is the way to go. And yeah, hopefully today the main objective is to win and begin Season 3 in the right way. I am using a Logitech G923 in this video, and for all further videos until the foreseeable future. But we have a Mercedes engine. We're competing against the Mercedes. Nick De Vries is still our teammate, and Carlos Sainz and Daniel Kvyat, P4 and P5 for this Bahrain Grand Prix. So yeah, here we go for the first time in Season 3. It's 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go for Season 3 of My Team. It's a great start there for us. We've pretty much left the pack, but look at Hamilton. Jesus Christ, Hamilton with a real life Mercedes engine down the inside. Can he take the lead? of this Bahrain Grand Prix. We're going to be side by side. It was Hamilton versus last year. Hamilton actually gets the better exit and Hamilton takes the lead. And for the first time, actually we're going to go Danny inside. There's a little bit of contact there, we have to correct the car. But for the first time, Hamilton is in the lead, and unlike real life F1, the Mercedes is the underdog. They are the second best team on the grid. Unlike real life, we all know that they have the best car. Don't fool us, Red Bull. Mercedes still have the quickest car. Anyway, coming in towards Sector 2, we go a little bit wide, actually we go massively wide, in towards that long looping left-hander, lose the back end a little bit, and there goes our teammate, Nick de Vries. Nick de Vries also shown his worth. Hopefully, I'm praying to God that Nick de Vries is not like Valtteri Bottas and he actually puts up a fight, because we need him. Unlike Sergio Perez for Red Bull, we need de Vries to win the Constructors, because that's what this season's all about, winning the Constructors, obviously winning the drivers, going around the outside of our teammate, going into the first corner, early shifting into third gear, and we've absolutely mugged off Nick de Vries. Going into turn 4, we've got ahead of Nick de Vries, and now on lap 5, we are all over Lewis Hamilton here. Go a little bit just braking later then Lewis Hamilton. Does Hamilton pit? No, he doesn't, so he's going to stay out. We're going to go in Rich, and also we're not even going to use overtake here. Slipstream on the inside with the DRS. And yeah, one of the things that I noticed about this car for this first race is that, one, our ERS battery is way durable, to the point where we can literally use it for an entire lap if we want to. That's the first thing. The car is a little bit thirsty when it comes to fuel. As we enter lap 6 for our first pit stop, the strategy will be a 2-stop. For today's race, we're going to go on mediums and then the hard tyres. Unlike the real life Spanish Grand Prix, when Red Bull did not react to Mercedes because they didn't have any mediums. That's a noob move. Why would you not have a new set of mediums for a race? Anyway, coming out the pits, lap 7, and we're down the order. Where is Lewis Hamilton? There's Matsushita. Sainz is in as well. Matsushita is ahead of us, but we're ahead of Latifi as we enter lap 8. Down the inside, we go on George Russell, who was in a Haas for some weird reason. Charles Leclerc is now next on our target list as we get the DRS, rich mix, and overtake. Let's see how powerful our engine is with our custom setup on our car. We've passed Danny Kvyat in the pit stops. Leclerc moves down the inside. We go down the inside anyway. A little bit of understeer there, and we get the move done. Another thing that was wrong with the car was pretty much just a little bit of understeer, but I'm going to say that was because of the custom setup. We were running low wings for, I think it was 5.5 wings, as you saw. I think that's the reason why the car felt a little bit understeery throughout Sector 1 and mainly Sector 3 as we go around the outside of Kevin Magnussen in an Alfa Romeo. Man, some crazy driver swaps since I did a My Team episode, I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, lap 11 and we're in 5th place, and we are comfortably chasing down the 2 Red Bulls of Alexander Albon and Daniel Ricciardo as well. And yeah, Daniel Ricciardo is back at Red Bull. He swapped Renault for Red Bull in Season 2, or the off-season of Season 2, which absolutely made no sense because Max Verstappen is now a Ferrari. But anyway, Ricciardo comes into the pit lane and we take the lead of the 2022 Bahrain Grand Prix. I'm surprised that there was no real regulation change for the 2022 season, since considering this is Season 3 and it's technically 2022. Anyway, lap 19 coming into the pit lane for our second stop. We're going to go on the hard tyres. Now, you're probably thinking, hang on, why are you going on the hards? There's 10 laps to go. You could have easily extended the life of the mediums by 3 or 4 laps, as my teammate Nick de Vries is in. And yeah, I probably could have done, but as you will see in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, perfect timed, safety car. A safety car is out for pretty much this Bahrain Grand Prix. It wouldn't be an F1 2021, F1 2020 My Team Career Mode series or video if it wasn't for the daily safety car, which is one thing that's always been constant in this series, a safety car in every single race. I must be cursed. If you guys have a safety car in every single race, let me know down in the comments below, because, you know, this is getting weird how every single race there's always a safety car. Anyway, it was for Danny Kvyat in the Renault, and as you can see there, he retires on the spot with an engine failure. So now, cutting in towards the end of lap 21, the safety car is coming in. Sergio Perez in the Racing Point. Obviously, it's not Aston Martin yet, so it's a Racing Point. Is in the lead. The pink Mercedes is in the lead, and we pretty much timed that restart absolutely perfectly. We're going to go side by side with the Racing Point. It's two Mercedes engines going against each other in towards the first corner. It broke very hard there. Pretty much locked up on the front two tyres, but the traction that we have gives us the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix with only 7 laps to go. So now the main focus for this stint of the race was to try and build a gap, and as you can see there, fast lap of the race on the hard tyres. And yeah, just the car, I'm just getting a feeling, obviously it's the first race of the season, new car, new engine, and just trying to see what I can and what I can't get away with as far as handling, setups, braking. But right there, as you can see, Antonio Giovinazzi has the fastest lap of the race. So for the last 5 laps, I was pushing to try and get the fast lap of the race, and as you can see, the gap is now 11 seconds between us and Sergio Perez. The difficulty will be turned up for this next race, but around the final corner we go a little bit wide there. We're going to win the Bahrain Grand Prix for Season 3, but is it going to be the fastest lap? I don't think it is. We get the win, but I don't think we get the fastest lap of the race.
Well, that might not have been the finest race in history, but there's no question it was a critical win. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up.
So there it is. We take victory in Bahrain. It's always a good feeling to win the first race of the season and pretty much a new car. We changed the engine from Renault to Mercedes. This is our first year with Mercedes engines now, and yeah, pretty much nothing else has changed. Nick de Vries is still our teammate, and unfortunately Nick de Vries retired with only 4 laps to go after an engine failure. So yeah, and as you can see around about now, we're going to get a ton of XP for the current tier that we have. Does anyone else think that like the current tier levels that we have in F1 2020 are pretty much worthless, and the unlockables that we're getting are simply worthless? Anyway, we win the Bahrain Grand Prix. Antonio Giovinazzi finished 16th, but Perez in 2nd. Zhao in 3rd place, his first podium in Formula 1. So Zhao is proving a better prospect than Yuki Tsunoda. Bottas in 4th, and the 2 Red Bulls 5th and 6th. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more videos, make sure to subscribe and turn the notifications bell on. Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.